There's a lot of people now doing Akiya hunting. Akiya is the Japanese word for abandoned house. I've been Akiya hunting for many years. What's interesting about Japan, the population is falling by 1 million people every year. There's a lot of homes becoming empty. Supply now of homes in Japan is way more than demand. Demand is falling, and for ridiculous reasons, supply is increasing. Because Japanese people have a culture of new homes. When you get married, a new couple, new baby, or a new job, they build a new house, which is a ridiculous thing to do. Supply is overflowing. When a lot of people die, their home becomes abandoned. The family does not want to inherit it because they have to pay inheritance tax and land tax. And there's loads of abandoned homes that just go to rack and ruin. And I was looking for them 20 years ago in Japan. When I first lived there, I had a spouse visa. I lived there for like 1 year and then 2, and then I'd come back to the UK and go back again. But I lived and worked in Japan for a prolonged period of time. And what I noticed back then, you would never find good Akiya in the built-up cities. Tokyo, Osaka, Kobe, Nagasaki, Hiroshima, and up in Hokkaido and down. You wouldn't find good Akiya in the high population areas. But in the low population areas, of course, there was an abundance. What you're seeing on the screen here now, you're starting to see Akiya in the cities. Where we are now, looking here, this is not far from Tokyo Tower, the new Tokyo Tower, tallest building in Japan. We're not far from that. This is right in the heart of Tokyo. And there's loads of Akiya appearing. This guy's brilliant. He goes running, looking for Akiya, and he goes around filming them all, and he's finding so many Akiya. This is right in the heart of Tokyo and built up areas. This wasn't the same 20 years ago. This is a recent phenomenon now. The population is falling by 1 million people every year. Soon it'll be 1.1, 1.2 million people. That the population is falling every year. The population is going down. Demand is going down for housing. Supply is increasing as they've got this ridiculous culture to build new homes. I think stop building new homes when you should go and look after one of these empty ones that is going to rack and ruin, will become derelict. There's a law in Japan that if you're a squatter and you squat in an abandoned home, an abandoned building, and you can prove it for 10 years, or it might be up to 20 years in some circumstances, between 10 and 20 years, you can claim that as your own for free. Now, what I've learned about Japan, nobody ever goes squatting. It's part of the culture. They just wouldn't even dream of it. People don't, unless they're really unusual to go against the grain. Genuine, normal Japanese people, that's a good sign. If you've got a mailbox there with lots of mail coming out of it. Also look for a lockbox with a lock on the outside with a key and a lockbox. That's a good sign that it is Akiya. Somebody's died. The last people to go in there look for the old things, and then they go out and they put a key there. They might think, I'll go back one day, but they choose to abandon it. They don't want to pay the inheritance tax. It's abandoned. You can get the key out of the lockbox and you can cut new keys. You can squat there. You have to do all the checks. I check thoroughly for you. I can help you with this. I'm a professional Akiya hunter. I will check land registry and find out the name of the person who owns it on land registry. And then I find out on the database that person's name at that address. If they died, when they died, has anyone received it yet? What happens much of the time, in fact, the vast majority of the time, nobody chooses to inherit it. They choose not to. You need a solicitor. They have to pay the inheritance tax. They have to pay land taxes, often back land tax you have to pay, and continuing back land tax from now on. They choose not to. They choose not to inherit it, which means it is abandoned. The previous owners died. No one's inherited it. It is an abandoned home. And all my experience in Japan, it hardly ever happened in the city. Now you're starting to see all these abandoned homes in Tokyo, and this will increase. It is a squatter's paradise. Japanese people do not know how to squat. It's not in their culture. It's just something, no, you don't do that. They're a conformist society. You can't do that. You just don't do that. But the law is in Japan, you can. You can go and squat in these homes. And if you do it for 10 years, you can claim it as yours. I'm helping people to do this. If you'd like to join us, send me an email. It's in the description.